Graham Central Station, brought to you by the United States Army Reserve. I'm Al G. That's the mellow music of Larry Graham, better known as Graham Central Station. Our guest today. Larry, welcome to the show.
Thank you, man.
How you feeling, buddy?
Feeling pretty good.
You know, many people out there, I'm sure, probably wouldn't recognize the name Larry Graham, but I bet you practically everybody out there have at one time or another seen you perform. Huh?
Yeah, probably so.
For those of you who are not totally aware of Larry Graham, I would like to say that you have seen Larry. As a matter of fact, you've seen Larry on stages, on television, everywhere there was to see somebody important. You've seen Larry. Now you're wondering where. Okay, I'll tell you. Larry Graham is that big bottom sound for Sly and the Family Stone. Well, I guess it really is. Larry Graham was the bass player for Sly and the Family Stone. And Larry, that must have been quite a trip for you, huh?
Yeah, it was fun.
Larry, you want to tell us a little bit of how you got started with Sly Stone?
Yeah. I'm gonna add some bottom so that the dancers just won't hide like that.
I understand that when Sly was a DJ, he peeped your whole card, man. He saw you cooking at a club.
Yeah, my mother and I was working together for about 6 years, see. And he came to this club in San Francisco where my mother and I were appearing. He was told, about me because this lady knew he was looking for a bass player for his group, and told him about me. Mm-hmm. So he came down and checked me out, and he dug what he heard. So he hit on me to
hey, I'll tell you what,
fill that position.
I'll tell you what, let's do right now. We're going to play a little bit from your new album, and I bet you the whole world out there is going to dig what they hear, okay?
Okay, it's fine with me.
That's the music of Larry Graham, our guest today. Or I guess we'll call him Graham Central Station. Larry, how did you come up with a name like Graham Central Station?
Well, I was coming home from rehearsal. The group was rehearsing before we got the name together. And we stopped by a hamburger stand. And I jumped out in the rain and ran up to the window to make my order. And the name just flashed in my head, Graham Central Station. And I just ran back to the car and laid it on folks. And it sounds kind of weird, huh? That's how it happened.
well, the name, once you hear it, it'll stick, And
especially in New York.
Hey, I'll tell you something else is going to stick, too. Once everybody gets an opportunity to hear your whole album in its entirety, that's going to kind of stick, too. Larry, I think you got a unique thing going for yourself. Sly Stone, it had to be a great start for you because you must have traveled everywhere, huh?
Yeah, just about.
How is it working with the group, Sly and the Family?
How is it working with them?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great, man. It's it's a bad group. Bad meaning good for those who don't. It's a very good group. And I had a lot of fun. We went a lot of places and made a lot of people happy. And I don't regret a day of it.
You mentioned the fact that you used to play with your mother.
Yeah. Yeah, my mother and I worked together for about 6 years, 5 or 6 years. She plays piano, see. And I was playing guitar and organ, playing the bass with my foot on the organ. And we did that. We had a trio for a while, and then we worked by ourselves for a while as a duo, for about 6 years. And then Sly and the Family Stone, and then this.
Okay. Larry, I'll tell you, we're going to break right now for this important word from the United States Army Reserve, okay?
Get down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the music of Graham Central Station, our guest today, and we're rapping with Larry Graham. Larry, you want to tell me how Graham Central Station got started, the group itself? How did you pick, or select, I should say, the rest of the musicians to hook up with you?
Well, let me see. Graham Central Station, before it was Graham Central Station, was a group called Hot Chocolate, minus myself and the organist, Robert Sam. We call him Butch. And when I was with Sly, with some of my time that I had, I thought I'd use it to produce, other groups I was writing material and stuff. And I thought I'd use my time to produce other people like Hot Chocolate and Lenny Williams, who sings with Tower Power. And the bass player quit. And we was kind of hung up for a while. And along about November, when I left Sly, the group was just like ready-made there, waiting, minus a bass player. So I just fell into it, you know, and we started rehearsing the tunes that we were already rehearsing for them to record. You know, it kind of like all came together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can dig it.
And I called Robert Sam in Los Angeles. He was in Las Vegas at the time playing with either the Master's Children or Melba Moore, but he was formerly with Billy Preston. So me knowing something about him and knowing his background, I knew he was really good, you know. And so I called him and told him what I planned to do, and he flew on down and we started rehearsing, and that was the beginning of Graham Central Station as it is now.
And how long have the group been together
The group
today?
has been together, our first gig was January 28th.
Wow, brand new.
Mhm.
Well, my audience is getting an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of something that's really going to be a musical giant. I really believe this. But being super successful, you know, it's not new to you. You've been there before.
Yeah.
But this time, you're going.
This time be different.
You're going to be going on your own, doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to get into some more of your music in just a minute or so. But right now, we're going to take a break for the United States Army Reserve, okay?
Fine with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the sound of a brand new group, Graham Central Station. And our guest today is Larry Graham, the inventor, innovator, the guy that really put this dynamite group together. Larry, your new album, I guess it's still, I guess the wax is still hot on it, huh?
Yeah.
What's your favorite cut in the album, Larry?
Honestly, I like all of them. I really do. I really do.
Did you write any of the tunes in the album yourself?
Yeah. Most of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a chance to do any writing when you were with Sly, or was that?
I was writing, but not for the group or anybody. I was just writing for myself. I just, you know, just doing stuff at home, have my little studio. You might call it a studio. It's a few tape recorders and gadgets. You know, I was doing stuff at home, but not for the group.
You know, that's really a tough business, writing tunes. Were you able to? Well, maybe that's the wrong way to ask the question. Have any of your tunes ever been hits? The ones that you've written?
None of my tunes have ever been on the market before Graham Central Station.
You're selfish, huh?
Yeah.
You just write them for you.
See, I told you I was writing tunes for Lenny Williams, who sings with Tower Power, and Hot Chocolate before it was Graham Central Station.
Oh, I knew that you produced these acts. I didn't know you wrote them.
Well, see, the tunes that I was writing was I was going to produce for them. It didn't actually get too deep. See, before it got to get off into anything deep, I was in it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break for a word from the United States Army Reserve, okay?
Okay.